Namaste and welcome. My name is Jillian, and today I'm going to be guiding you through this cozy evening yoga practice. Go ahead and get your space really comfortable and cozy. Put some socks on, comfortable clothing, sweaters so you don't get cold. Maybe you light a candle or incense. Just make your space intentional and safe. When you are ready, we will get started in a comfortable seat. Feel free to sit up onto a block. You can close down the eyes or have them downcast. Find stillness as soon as you can. Notice if that stillness is hard to find. The mind is racing as much as your heart might be. Tune inwards and start to make your exhales longer than your inhales. Don't overthink it, just really try to elongate your exhalation. Activating the parasympathetic nervous system with these long exhalations. And the parasympathetic nervous system is what really happens in the background. Often when you're sleeping, it's when a lot of the regeneration, the restoration happens. When digestion really starts to take place. All the little things that you can't necessarily control or tell your body to do, except for little things, like making your exhales longer than your inhales. Good technique for an evening class. And feel free to keep your eyes closed, just lowering your left ear down towards the left shoulder. And you could take your right hand around the back body, and maybe your left hand comes to the top of your head. You're not adding any pulling sensation, just a bit of weight. Breathing into the space between your shoulder and the ear. Using your two peace fingers, push your head back up to center. And relax your arms into your lap, and we'll take it to the other side. Your right ear comes down to the right shoulder. And your left hand can wrap around the back body, and maybe your right hand moves to the top of your head. One more breath. Good. Now using your two peace fingers under the temple, really lean into that support. Lift your head back up. Placing your hands in your lap. If you don't need the block, then I'll recommend you take it out now for these next postures, but feel free to keep it. You will be just fine with it. We're going to shift the weight over towards one side and then lean forward across the legs. Move to the other side and circle it back. We're going to take one more circle in this direction, shifting forward. Breathe in. Shifting backward, breathe out. And when you come back to the side that you started on, shift the direction. Coming to the opposite side, coming forward. Take two circles here, breathing out as you round back. And inhale, coming forward. Good. Switch directions, two more in the opposite way. And you can get this to be really exaggerated, getting into the head, the neck, and the shoulders. You can keep it slow and gentle. When you exhale, take it in the opposite direction. 2 more circles in this way. And shifting any stuck, any negative energy from the spinal column, the torso, the arms, shoulders. And we're really releasing it here. I can't remember if we need 1 more circle, so just take 1 more. And when it feels natural, find a nice tall spine. We'll take the arms up overhead, deep breath in, reach up, maybe look up. And exhale your hands to your heart. Good. Turning to face the short edge of your mat. Bring the soles of your feet to touch into butterfly. Your hands can come to the legs, roll the shoulders back, puff the chest up, belly reaches forward. And maybe start to walk the hands, hinge forward a little bit more. Breathe. Enjoy the stretch. This is a good posture. If you find there's a bit of discomfort, feel free to sit up onto a block. Now lifting yourself back up. We're going to find half butterfly pose or just a head to knee pose. So your right leg will go long and you can bring the left foot to the inside of your right thigh. If you need, bend the knee, you can slide your ankle under the thigh. Find a nice tall spine, deep belly breath in. And a breath out, walk your hands forward. Try to keep the shoulders pulling back. Maybe you can reach for the toes. Don't force it. Enjoy the stretch. Slow, full breaths. And you can start to make your way back up. Twist to the bent leg, your left hand behind you, right hand to the left leg. Find a nice tall spine so you're not twisting a rounded spine. You're twisting a nice tall spine where there's lots of space between each vertebrae. Good. Come back to face forward, lean onto both hands. Bring your right foot back in to meet the left. Butterfly pose once again. Hands can come to your legs. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, hinge forward. Enjoy the stretch here. Stay engaged, but find ease in the body. And you can start to lift yourself back up. And finding half butterfly on the other side. Your left leg goes long, right foot comes to the inner thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. Make any modifications you need, and then hinge forward. Belly button to the thighs rather than the forehead towards the knee. Breathe. Good. One more breath here. And you can slowly start to lift yourself back up. Find length in the torso. Bring your right hand behind you and left hand to the bent leg. Lift up through the torso and look over your right shoulder. Deep belly breath. Come back through center. Lean onto your palms. One more round of butterfly pose. Soles of the feet touch, hinging forward over the legs. Maybe you're a little bit deeper in the posture at this point. Good. Start to lift yourself back up. We're going to just close the knees, send them off to one side, and make your way into a tabletop pose. Give yourself room towards the top of your mat, so shifting your weight to the bottom. Taking a couple rounds of cat and cow. With an inhale, lift the gaze and the tailbone, lower the belly. And with an exhale, rounding the spine, bring your chin into your chest, push the mat away. Inhale, you're opening the front of your body, broadening across the collarbones, and you're exhaling to open between shoulder blades. Take a few more at your own pace, maybe with the eyes closed. Feel free to linger, taking an extra breath in each posture. There's no need to perfectly sync up your inhales and exhales. And finding a neutral spine. Lower onto your forearms for puppy pose. Feel free to just stay here, letting your head rest between arms, or you can walk your hands further forward, maybe melting the forehead, the chin, or the chest to the ground. And start pressing through the hands, lift the chest, walk your hands back towards the shoulders, and we'll lift into a downward dog, or feel free to just stay in a tabletop or a child's pose. If you're in your downward dog, just breathe through the stretch. Maybe you're in stillness, or very slowly bend one knee. And then switching, bending the other. If you're in child's pose, come back to your tabletop. And we're going to step the right foot into lizard. Feel free to take your right toes up high to the sky, whether you're in your tabletop or in your downward dog, softly placing the right foot outside of your left wrist. Feel free to take some blocks here underneath your hands. And take this posture however you'd like it. You can just stay with your shoulder closed in or your knee closed in by your shoulder. You can roll onto the knife edge of your right foot. You can lower onto forearms, or if a quad stretch is a part of your practice, reaching back with your right hand for those toes. Releasing your day, anything that might have happened. Our bodies take on the energy that we feel, that we align to during the day. Sometimes it's important to release it if it's not the most positive of energies. So let it go, put it down. Be here now. Making your way back into a neutral lizard pose, return your hands under the shoulders, close your knee if it was open, and we'll find our pigeon pose. We'll heel toeing your right foot to the left edge of the mat, lower your right knee down by the wrist. Your left leg is going to go straight back behind you, but if you kind of reach your edge and there's still space underneath your right thigh, then just wedge a block, a sweater, anything underneath your hip. You can stay lifted if this feels good, but for a more relaxing, more passive variation, good for the evening, find sleeping pigeon, lowering onto a block or onto forearms, and breathe. And let the head be heavy. You are lowered onto your forearms. Begin your slow journey back up and coming onto your palms. We're going to either lift into a downward facing dog or a tabletop pose. Ask your body what it needs right now. If you're finding your downward dog, tuck your left toes under, shuffle the knee forward a little bit, then retuck your toes, and that will help the lifting of your right leg to place it down beside your left. Take a breath. Good. And on the other side, lizard lunge, feel free to take your left toes up high and softly place it to the top of your mat outside of your left wrist. Lower your back knee down to the ground, find blocks if you'd like. Maybe taking a couple breaths just here before exploring and finding any other variation you may like. It doesn't need to look the same as it did on the other side. Good. Make your way back into a neutral lizard and make your way into a pigeon pose. Heel toeing your left foot over to the right until you can lower the shin to the mat. Bring the knee by the left wrist and then slide your right leg further back, finding a block under the hip if you need to. You can stay lifted or you can fold forward. Wherever you are, you're breathing, you're releasing, and finding presence. Taking your time, there's no rush. Lift yourself onto your palms, removing any props if you have them. And prepare to either find a tabletop or a downward dog. You can slide your right knee in a touch and then float off of your left foot and release it down beside the right. Cleansing breath wherever you are, in through the nose. Open the mouth, release everything. 2 more here. Inhale. Let go of your day. Once more. Good. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Open your knees to the edges of your mat and bring your hips to your heels. Child's pose. You're welcome to stay for a little bit longer here. Otherwise, you can make your way onto your back body. We're going to meet with the feet stepping down to the ground, the low back firmly grounded. Feel your breath. Maybe it shifts higher into your chest, that's okay. And bring your right knee into your chest and take your hands behind the hamstring, underneath the knee. With an inhale, send your toes up high to the sky, getting a nice stretch into the front of the foot. Maybe it creeps into the ankle and the shin. And pull the toes to your face, and pushing the heel up to the sky. Deep breath in. You pull the toes towards the top of your mat, breath out. Good. Now kind of finding it in a neutral position, relax the foot a little bit. And start turning the big toe side of your foot towards your face and the pinky toe side of your foot away from you. Feel the stretch around the outside of the foot, ankle, and we'll switch. Now the pinky toe side of the foot pulls to your face and the big toe side goes away. Good. Release, bring the foot into a neutral position. Maybe take a couple rolls and bend the right knee. Slide your left leg long to the bottom of your mat and then take your left hand to the outside of the right leg, pull it across the body into a twist. Your right arm can open, keeping you grounded in the right shoulder. If you need to, you can bend your left knee, tucking it underneath your right. Gently lifting the legs, bring everything back into a neutral position. Take your left knee into your chest, giving it a hug. Your hands wrap around the hamstring and then send your toes up to the sky so the foot is pointed. Relax your shoulders, even relax your grip. The knee can be bent. It's more so the focus in the top of your foot. And flex your foot, push the heel away from you. Maybe you pull the toes closer towards the top of your mat. Good. Relax the foot slightly. We're going to take those variations. The big toe side of the foot pulls towards you. Feeling the stretch in the outside of your foot. Don't force it. And then switching, the pinky toe side pulls towards you. And let that go. Bend the left knee and slide your right leg long to the bottom of your mat. Take the left leg across the body to your right. Your left arm can open. Feel free to tuck the right leg under your right. Full belly breaths. Good. Very slowly lift yourself back up. Step both feet to the mat. Bring your hips into a neutral position. Relax the head, the shoulders, and you can extend your arms and legs out long, finding your shavasana. Maybe you get a blanket to cover yourself. Moving back into your breath. Maybe counting for a few rounds of breath. Maybe inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 6 or even 8. welcome to stay in Shavasana for a little while longer. Otherwise, a little rock of your head from side to side. Roll out your wrists, ankles, maybe a full body stretch. Yawn if you need to yawn. And when you're ready, gathering your knees into your chest for a great big hug. And a little rock from side to side. Preparing to come into a seat. And you can either roll onto one side body or lift or rock and roll along the spine and lift yourself up that way. We'll close off our practice with a final breath together. Inhale, reach your arms up high to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. The light in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the light in you and knows that they are the same. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for your cozy practice. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Let me know what your favorite pose was. Please give this video a like, subscribe, or share this video. I'll see you in another video soon.